problem. Investigative reporter Carmel Cafaro is on the case.
Look out at the ocean from Fort Lauderdale Beach on a perfect spring day, and you'd never know there is trouble below that blue water. 70 feet below, to be exact. There are about 700,000 tires here that were dumped decades ago in the hopes they would become the building blocks for a new reef. But nothing grew on them. No fish live near them. The tires are nothing more than an underwater dump site that is costing millions of dollars to remove. And now there's no more money to remove them.
It's an ecological disaster, and so we're working to remove the tires pretty much in any feasible way that we can.
So thousands of tires are floating on the sea floor, threatening native plants and nearby coral reefs.
We are very concerned that if we had a major hurricane, that all those floating tires out there could provide even more damage to the barriers and the reefs that are there.
Commissioner Stacy Ritter says Broward County stopped its tire reef cleanup efforts due to lack of funds.
Everyone knows that the county budget has been in crisis the past several years. So because we can no longer afford to pay a private company to have them removed, we've been looking for alternatives.
One hope was that the U.S. Department of Defense would continue to clean up the site. They've been using it as a training exercise for Army-Navy divers, but they said they couldn't help this year.
Due to the other commitments that these military units have, that they weren't able to come down this year.
But some local business leaders say someone has to do something.
If you prevent 100,000 tires from moving, that's something. But to sit back and hope for money to arrive and cross your fingers that we're not going to have a storm come in is not a good approach at all.
David Pressler's construction company, along with a Fort Pierce diving business, say they have come up with an alternative plan to help save the natural environment.
We know we can take these tires and create steel nets, a series of steel nets anchored, and cover the tire field.
But leading marine experts say while the free-floating tire reef is a tragedy, making the wrong move now could make things even worse.
To put something on top of them without thinking about whether or not it's going to move may simply be repeating a mistake.
Broward County says David would have to apply for permits, which could take years, and his proposal needs to be studied further.
There would be a lot of technical issues that have to be worked out.
Although there are different opinions about what to do with the tires, there is agreement on the fact that as long as they are out there, they represent an environmental risk. Carmel Cafaro, 7 News.
If there's something you want Carmel to look into, give her a call or send her an email. There's the phone number,